Andy, it was a fantastic win away at Dorking, a win that then precluded a little break in competitive games. Just how important was it to go into this break, as we call it, with really 3 massive points?
Yeah, I think that was one aspect, to get the win going into this little period where we've got a bit of a lull. I think also on the back of having not some good results, to just bring that to an end and sort of put a line under that. But I think we've got to look forward now, and we've got to start, trying to put back-to-back wins together and start sort of getting back to what we're about and try and put a little run together without getting too ahead of ourselves. We've got to start building those blocks to make sure that we start bringing the points into the club.
And how have you utilised this kind of period of getting the bodies back into the training ground? I think there's been some behind closed doors games as well, just making sure the boys are kind of ticking over.
We had a track day one day, which the boys were really pleased about. We've kind of gone a little bit back to basics, really. Made sure we've really got some intensity into them, make sure we've got some big running into them, and then done some long sessions, to make sure we covered as much as we can in this period. And the lads have been great. They've really, brought into what we're trying to do. They understand the necessary to do it, and we've done that. And we had a behind closed doors at Millwall, which was a good exercise for us to try 1 or 2 things out as well. So we've really utilised the time, and then obviously finished it off with a training day with the supporters, which was a great day.
That leads me nicely on to my next question, because when we spoke last, the real message was a case of going back to basics, and that Dorking performance, going down to 10 men so early on, finding that grit, that determination defensively, but also a clinical edge up top, it kind of epitomised that. Going into tomorrow's game, is that sort of the message again to the boys, pick up where we left off and do what we do best?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've got to pay Yeovil a lot of respect. Their league position where they are probably doesn't reflect them. They've got a new manager who I know really well. I was lucky enough to play with Mark, and obviously play under his late father Terry. So and they've had a good run of results. So that's not going to be an easy game, by any stretch. So, but we've got to make teams sort of worry about us a little bit more, and that's really been the message. Really, we know the threats teams have. Everyone kind of knows everyone's threats, but we've got to really concentrate on what we're about and being more clinical as well when we get our chances. So that's really been what we've been working on, and making sure that going into tomorrow's game we're ready to come out and sort of give a good account of ourselves.
But it wasn't too long ago that Yeovil were playing in the Championship, and you mentioned Mark Cooper there. He's come in and turned their fortunes around. They've got the incentive of coming here trying to take points to bridge the gap out of the bottom 4. So again, as is always the case in the National League, another tough 90 ahead.
Yeah, there's no easy games. I mean, if you just look at the results the other week, some real strange results. But yeah, Mark will come here. He'll know how to set his team up. He'll know everything about us, which I know that. And I think it will come down to who takes their chances and who's goes that little bit yard extra. We're at home. We're the home team, so we've got to make sure we put our game onto them, which we'll be doing.
Yeah, you make the point that perhaps their league position is a little bit deceiving. They're unbeaten in 4, and quite impressively in the National League they've kept 3 clean sheets in those 4 games as well. So it will be a real case of us again playing the fluid attacking style we do, and bringing that tempo and intensity to the match.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. They've not conceded many goals, and he's gone there and he's shored up even more. So we've got to make sure that if we don't score in the first 5 minutes, we don't all start panicking. Us, the players, the coaching team, the fans. It's going to be a tight affair. I'd have hazarded a guess, and we've got to find a way to unlock them. It might be a set piece. It might be a moment of magic. But we've got to make sure that we don't lose sight and lose confidence in what we're doing, and that's the real message, that we keep doing what we're doing until we get a breakthrough.
We speak a lot about the Bromley DNA, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on last Saturday. You were here to watch the FA Youth Cup game. The young Ravens were knocked out of the competition, but by all accounts it was a really good performance, and again shows that for Bromley, coming up against an EFL outfit with all the resources they have, the boys weren't too far off. What did you make of their display?
I thought that was excellent. I thought that was really unlucky. I thought they had some moments where they could have probably put themselves a bit further, maybe put the tie sort of out of reach a little bit with some chances. But they showed a real tenacity about what they was doing and a real organisation about what they was doing. And I think, I wouldn't say that Ipswich was surprised, although I think they was. I think, we actually played really well. And they were just so unlucky, I was really gutted for them, and to see them all sort of on their haunches at the end, devastated, just sort of brought back some memories of how important it is, this competition. I don't think we should take away as well what result it was for them. They were so close to getting a result. Ipswich have gone on and they've gone away to Huddersfield and won 3-2. So they were no poor team. And I think it'll keep those young men in good stead. And it's made me look at one or two of them. They're still young, I can't get carried away, but you know that there'll be one or two coming through the system at some point for us.
Yeah, which is exactly what we want, don't we? We want those young boys kind of knocking on the door and pushing to get into your squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Andy, finally, I think it's been something like 21 days since we had a National League home game. Just how much are you looking forward to kind of being reunited with the supporters? It's Christmas. I always feel like there's a bit of a different feeling in the air with the World Cup as well. It's a proper day out for people, and perhaps for those that follow Premier League clubs and EFL clubs and we're their kind of second favourite team. We obviously want them to come and make a day of it and play their part.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, I think I've really made a point of making sure that we're kind of more attached to the crowd, and it's sometimes difficult when you don't get a result, because your emotions are sort of somewhere else, and I'm the world's worst for that. I know that. But on the back of the Dorking and the Halifax game, we've started to build some bridges and sort of get some results. I'm looking forward to having them in there, and I hope that we can give them a good result and a good performance, and continue this sort of us and them, because it is about us and them together. They definitely helped us cross the line at Dorking. So I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully, I always say, hopefully, some neutral supporters, as there were, that might go to a Premiership game on a Saturday, can come down and watch us, and hopefully go away being surprised at the level of football that this league offers. So that'd be great. I'm looking forward to the day.